Hey guys, Joel here, back to the Word today with another 2-minute book review. Remember to like and subscribe for content like this. Also leave a question, a comment, maybe a book recommendation. I'd love to hear it in the comments below. Today's book is Rediscover Church, Why the Body of Christ is Essential by Collin Hansen and Jonathan Leeman. I just finished this book recently for a class, but also got it as a promo from Crossway and taught it to some students. So I wanted to share it with all of you guys today. So let's start the 2 minutes now. So first up, who is this for? This is an excellent book for anyone who wants to know more about the church or is even asking questions about church. They lay the chapters out as questions, and it's kind of set in that way of defending it. It was written over the COVID period, but it was actually planned way before that. So some of it is COVID specific and uses it in some ways, but it's not totally bound to that. This is a great book for those pastors to read. It's a great book for church members to read. Anyone who wants to rediscover why the church is essential and remember that, or gift it to a friend. 2, who wrote it is written by Jonathan Leeman and Collin Hansen as a combo project between Crossway, the Gospel Coalition, and 9 Marks. So Jonathan Leeman writes and works for 9 Marks. Collin Hansen works as an editor for the Gospel Coalition, does a lot of things over there. Excellent research people when it comes to the church. Finally, what stands out? I would just say there's lots about this book that stands out. I'm reading from 24. It says this book, page 24, it says this book aims to help you rediscover church so that you both understand what a church is and in turn discover the richness of living as a brother or sister in the family of God. It's accessible. It's being translated into lots of languages right now, even as I'm recording this, because this is just about why the church is essential, why the body of Christ is essential, why you being a part of the body of Christ is essential. It moves on to, I think there's a beautiful format here where they go through some questions people may be asking, you may be asking. And so they give this kind of definition. They say a church is a small group of Christians, that's chapter 2, who assembles as an earthly embassy of Christ's heavenly kingdom, chapter 3, to proclaim the good news and commands of Christ, chapter 4, to affirm one another as his citizens through the ordinances, chapter 5, to display God's own holiness and love, chapter 6, through a unified and diverse people, chapter 7, in all the world, chapter 8, following the teaching and example of elders, chapter 9. So it's a robust definition of church, and it has an excellent format. Time's already gone, as you guys already noticed. The final thing I would just say about this book that really impressed me is just the way they ordered the chapters. This is a book that was written by them towards people who may be on the fringe, who are like, is church really that important? Can't I follow Christ on my own? Is being a part of a body really important? And so for those who are committed to church, this will be a refreshing book to show some reasons to be a part of the church and some things you may have forgotten. And for those who are on the edge, they've written these chapters that are all titled as questions. It's like, what is a church? And then they're going to answer that in the chapter. Who can belong to a church? And they're going to answer that. Do we really need to gather? They're going to defend that. Why are preaching and teaching central? They defend that. Is joining actually necessary? Is church discipline really loving? How do I love members who are different? How do we love outsiders? And who leads the church? And then there's a nice conclusion with a promise that I thought was really cool. But I'll encourage you guys, pick it up, read it. If any of that interests you, if you're a pastor who's looking for a great book to hand out to people who may be first-time attenders at your church or maybe a membership class about why the church is essential, totally pick this up. All the links are below. Thanks, guys. Until next time, God bless. Keep following after Jesus, and I'll see you guys soon.